180 days. About me, I like going hiking and biking at Rock Eagle. My name is Dalton. My home school is Putnam County Middle School. I'm a good learner and I'm silent in class. And I do my work. That's who I am beyond school. In school, sorry about that. Beyond school, I am a person who studies a lot. When I get home, I study till the time I go to bed. I don't know if any of you guys do that. My favorite quote is, "Don't ever mistake my silence for ignorance, my calmness for acceptance, or my kindness for weakness." I based my capstone presentation on the GCC motto, community service. My youth pastor, he's helped me gain community service by volunteering at Putnam Christian Outreach, doing yard work for the elderly, and doing a mission project. My church is going to the Dominican Republic, so I'm helping with that. And my second artifact is the pledge in Spanish. I don't know how many of you guys failed that, but I did. Okay, I'm gonna be straight with you. But the good thing is I came back and I revised it and got an 80. So that's pretty good. My first artifact for leader is the science fair. I was pretty bad at the science fair. I messed around the entire time, while lots of other people got their science fair done. You may be thinking in your heads, why am I a leader with this artifact then? Well, why am I a leader is because I had one day to complete it. I had from 4 to 12 o'clock to finish my science fair, and I got that completed. My other artifact is USA Test Prep. I feel that USA Test Prep has made me a leader, mainly because a leader learns from his mistakes. As you see behind me on the screen, it is a picture of me when I missed a question, and it basically, USA Test Prep, it explains to you how and why you missed the question, and shows you how you can get it right the next time. Teacher, the necklace. I'm a teacher with the necklace mainly because during that time I got that goodness gracious, test late, and my class was really loud, and I didn't have headphones with me, so I had to listen to it without headphones, and I turned it in that day and got a 90 on it, as you can see. My conflict and change is my second artifact, where I basically turned them in extremely fast, and a teacher helps people with their stuff that they need. I teach other people, like they come to me, "Hey Dalton, like what would you recommend? What sites would you recommend to me to go to get this information that I need?" And of course I tell them. But on my research presentation, which is a conflict and change presentation, I made a 100 on it. So my research, I did a conflict and change project on the rebuilding of Japan. If you don't know why Japan was rebuilt, Basically, Japan bombed the U.S. to get them into World War II, and of course, the U.S. entered World War II, and the U.S. bombed Japan back, and that's what, like, they bombed them with 2 atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The 2 bombs had nicknames, Fat Boy and Little Boy. I thought that was pretty funny. That they had nicknames. But Japan wanted to be an ally after that, so they helped rebuild it. And then the creation of Israel. What triggered the creation of Israel is the Holocaust. Adolf Hitler killed millions of Jews, and then after all of that, the U.S. felt bad for them and basically thought that they should deserve a homeland. It was called Palestine. And basically what they did was they took over Palestine, didn't kick them off, but they moved them over to the side and made them live on the edge of their own country, and then moved all the Jews there. And then they later on named it Israel. My other research was a science paper on genetic disorder, hemophilia. Basically what hemophilia is if you were to bleed, you would bleed for about 2 or 3 minutes. Me and you, we would bleed for about 2 or 3 minutes before we clotted blood, before our blood clotted. But a person with hemophilia would bleed for maybe about 7, maybe 8 minutes. And sometimes they don't stop bleeding, so they have to go and get an emergency injection of factor VIII. That's basically your clotting factor, if you guys don't know that. I want to thank the following people on my slide. If you can't see that, I want to thank my family for pushing me to do this. I want to thank Georgia College for accepting me into early college so I could possibly earn 2 years of college at the end of 12th grade. I want to thank my GCSE teachers. Without them, I wouldn't be standing here right now. So I want to thank you. I want to thank my classmates. And I also want to thank any guests that came here to watch me present. And if there's any stakeholders here, I want to thank you for making GCSE possible.
Let's give Dalton another round of applause. One of the things I really love about doing these capstone presentations is putting you guys to hard work. I'm kidding. Is actually being able to learn from you. So when you're doing your reflections on being a